Hey, how's it going, everybody? If you haven't been to my channel, my name is Victor Sanchez. I've been making videos here about Mexico, my house, build, and all that stuff. There's a group that are coming here for the World Cup, and they're planning on renting cars. One of the one of the thing that is like stressful is renting a car here in Mexico because you just don't know what you're getting into. Okay, so you'll look online and you read a bunch of stuff that you just don't know. So I want to just kind of explain a little bit. I can't completely break it down 100% because I don't work there, but at least I've talked to them and asked them what everything is. And that way it gives you a little bit of peace because it was a little stressful to me because you get there, so you rent it online and you pay that fee, and then that fee covers a certain amount of things, insurance and all that stuff. And every car in Mexico is insured when you rent it. But obviously, it's more like a percentage that you have to, like, if you get in a car accident, you might have to pay 10% of whatever the damage is and kind of stuff like that. And that's kind of normal in Mexico, but there's an additional stuff that you might not know. And we'll walk through that a little bit. Because today I'm going to go pick up a car, so you guys come with me. We'll just rent it for a few days. I'll kind of tell you the cost and so forth. Usually I don't need to rent. I use my dad's car, but we're going to be traveling a little bit and going to different places, so I'm going to go rent a car and for me and my wife. So, okay, first things first. It's easy. You can get onto your phone. I'll post it here, and you can Google car rental Guadalajara Airport if you're coming here to Guadalajara. It's pretty much the same everywhere, but right now, for sake of argument, we're going to do it from Guadalajara Airport. So you type in Guadalajara Airport, and then you should see like different versions, like Booking and Hertz and Thrifty, and then you'll see like American Car Rental, Optimal Car Rental, and stuff like that. They're pretty good ratings for a good reason. We're going to go with Optima Car Rental because that's the one I've used, and I just have a little more faith in it. They're closer to the airport. You can see here a picture, what hours are open and stuff like that. And then you go onto the website, and you can see here where you're going to select the office. I'm going to select Guadalajara Airport. So you can do the same thing. I'm going to select the dates that I'm renting, which is the 19th to the 23rd. And I'm going to select all vehicles because I don't need a big vehicle. So I'll pick up at 10, drop off at 10, which is more than I need. It'll give you all the options. So it's right here, you can see all the information. You'll see this Nissan March. That's the one that I'm going to pick because I really don't need anything fancy. 1,800 pesos, it's like $100 for 3-4 days, something like that. It's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So more like close to the 4 days. And then you just can basically scroll around. You can see right there where it has seguros, AFE impuestos, IVA impuestos, and all that stuff. That's all the taxes that they're going to charge you. SAL, seguro, this is all like insurance that they already offer you. And you're going to just go ahead and pay for that. And we'll go over that just a little bit. So all that like insurance portion of it, they have to provide that portion of insurance. It's like if you hit somebody, if they hit you, it covers a certain percentage of the rental. What it doesn't cover, which I think it should, but it doesn't, is that, for example, if the paint gets damaged. If the paint gets damaged, then you're responsible for it. So it's kind of where they get you because the insurance doesn't cover it. It's kind of weird. Okay, so when you get there and they say, hey, do you want this insurance? You don't have to get it. You don't need to get it, but if you think it's going to get damaged or the paint's going to get damaged, which it could at any given time, especially here in Mexico, that's one of the extra insurance you want to get. And then they're going to have another one that's for glass, if you break a glass and stuff like that, mirror, window. That one, I wouldn't stress too much about it. I don't think you should get it. But if you want to have peace of mind, if you just want to get in and out, if you not have any problems, you can get that one. The most expensive one is the one for the paint of the car. The second one is for the glass. And then there's another one that if you want it, is roadside assistance. So you would think you get all that with the rental, but you don't. Basically, just get the basic insurance. And the basic insurance covers everything. You would have to come up with 10%. And that's pretty much standard everywhere. So for me, usually what the cost is, like if I rent it for $100, that insurance most likely is going to be also $100 for those few days. It's usually double of what you have, because it covers you for every day. And then it covers you for a certain quantity. So usually what I've noticed is that it's usually double. If you pay $250 and you're going to keep it for, let's say, 7 days, then most likely you're going to have to come up with another $250. So the catch is here. If you don't get the insurance, you say, I don't want it, I'll be fine, whatever, okay? And then they'll ask you for a deposit. Usually it's like 10,000 pesos or 500 bucks, 600 bucks deposit. It can be up to 15,000, depending on who you're renting from. Usually it's about 10. But if you get the insurance, it goes down to about 500, depending on the insurance company deposit. So expect that you're going to be required a deposit. That's going to be put on your credit card. So be ready to have some money available in your credit card if you're running out of budget. I do not recommend ever using your debit card. Use a credit card, because at least you're secured. With your debit card, they can go into your bank, and I think it's just not safe to do it through your debit card. That's just my opinion. That's the way I've done it all the time. My wife struggles with getting like hacked and all stuff, so she has to get new cards all the time because she uses her debit card for everything. I hardly use my debit card for anything except for going to the bank and stuff like that. The rest is credit cards, and I just pay the credit card because I feel just a lot more safer. All right, so we're going to go and pick up the car, and I'll kind of show you that place. Optum is the closest place in the airport. I've also rented from American Car Rental, which is also a good rental. They'll shuttle you from there to the location. It's not so bad, but I think it's just a more hassle. It's easier to do at Optum because it's the very first rental. I know they're going to renew the airport, so I'm not sure exactly where it's going to end up at, but right now, currently, it's the one closest to the exit, or closest to the exit doors of the airport. So, all right, I'm going to pick up my wife, and then I'm going to pick up the car. I'll show you guys a little bit of video of that, and then I'll walk you through the process and get more into detail of how much that extra cost. See if I was right. All right, so follow along. All right, so I'm at the car rental. See, that's the airport. Basically, you're going to come out of those doors over there and walk to the location. It's called Optima, basically where I'm walking out now. I'll just turn the camera so you can see. So the car rentals are here. Usually this street is only for the rentals. You don't have to worry about it so much. See how close it is? Right here. I'll let you guys know my experience or any issues. I don't expect you to have any issues. I've rented here before, but all right. So they have a new place. This one opened up a couple of weeks ago. The old place is the one I showed you guys earlier back there, and this is the new one. So I'm picking up the car, and I'm going to take it home, and then I'll explain to you guys all the details. The lady was nice enough to explain everything so I can explain to you guys. I just kind of do it because I know it's the best thing, but when you're out renting, you just don't want to do it because if you're getting scammed. So, all right, let's head home. All right, guys, so I'm heading back. I don't think I'll make it on time to get daylight, so I figured I'll explain to you everything in the car as best as possible because I am on the highway and I have a phone in my hand. Okay, so kind of explain a little bit. When you go online, the first general cost, like for example, we reserved it. It was 1,800 pesos, like 100 bucks, $98, something like that. And so that covers the rental. And then if you just want to leave like that and not get any type of insurance, you can. And so I asked, okay, so if you don't get secondary insurance, then what is the deposit? He goes, if you just leave with the regular by law insurance, then you're gonna have to give a $25,000, 25,000 pesos deposit, which in translation like dollars, it's about $1,300, something like that. Okay, roughly. And okay, I go, what does the regular insurance cover? She goes, it covers collision. He goes, 20, but you have to pay 20% of that collision. It doesn't cover you for it covers the car if the car is damaged, but mostly if there's a collision and you're involved, you're gonna have to come up with the 20%. And 20% if the car is totaled. So the insurance to me doesn't cover a lot. So that's why they ask for a bigger deposit, because if you don't get the insurance and you get in collision, they're going to use that deposit to fix the car or pay the other person. I have to put my phone down because there's a cop right here. And okay, I'm free. Okay, so if you get their insurance that covers your 100%, like I was saying earlier, it covers you the glass, the wheels, like the paint, roadside assistance. It covers basically everything at 100%. If you get in an accident, you're covered 100%. If you hit somebody, they take the car, they rob the car, you're covered 100%. That right there was 5,200 pesos. About $268, roughly, in today's exchange. Okay, so you paid the initial. Okay, and also, if you buy the insurance from them, which is about $263, your deposit goes lower. So instead of being 25,000 pesos, it's 5,000 flat. 5,000, so roughly about the same thing, about $250 for the deposit. I don't know if that made sense. Try to go through it. If you get their insurance, it's going to cover 100% and your deposit goes down. If you don't get their insurance, then you're going to have to give a larger deposit on your credit card, whatever, cash, whatever you have, and you don't get covered. What I can tell you this is that the rental here of $98 to me is super cheap in the sense of just a rental. To me, where they're making the money is on the insurance. But if I rent a car in the United States, sometimes your own insurance covers you for rentals and stuff like that. Sometimes it don't. My insurance does. I don't know if yours does for rentals. Like my daughter got in an accident. She accidentally hit a dog and it was covered on a rental. And so because you're traveling out of country, my recommendation is that you get full coverage. You have to factor in whatever you're going to pay online. In this case for me, for 4 days was $100. If you're going to be here for 7 days, just add to that, and then it's also going to add to your insurance. You end up paying more for the insurance. The total cost for the rental is going to be the $263 plus the original $100. So $363 for the 4 days. You do the math, what is it, like $75 around there a day? I don't think it's bad. It just feels weird. It just feels weird where it just seems maybe more than $75. You guys can do the math, but it just feels weird because of the way it's processed. So when you're coming over here and you're coming to the World Cup and you feel like, what the heck is this? I just ran it online, honey, for $150. What does all this cost? It's normal here in Mexico. Everywhere you go, it's going to be the same. And they're not gypping you. They're not robbing you. You can walk away not paying the extra insurance, but you are going to have to put a deposit. And to me, geez, that's a big deposit. Might as well just pay the $250, $300 for insurance, whatever that's going to be, because the rental itself is pretty cheap. And right there, Optum, like I said, I rented from American Rental, and they're good too. And it's the same thing, but I feel like Optum, the one here, has better service. They're more on top of things. I feel like they're more safer. They're like the lady explained to me all these details. I didn't tell her for what, but she was nice enough. And one of the problems that I feel is that they're rushing to things because they don't want you to know what it's for, or they don't even know themselves. Okay, so I think I really recommend them. They got good ratings, but those are the other places that are about the same. So if you don't want to do Optum, you don't have to. I hope this really helps you guys. I wish I would have saw a video like this when I first started renting. Obviously, within the years, it'll change, but hopefully this is helpful to you guys. So, all right, guys, if you really thought this video was helpful to you, give me a thumbs up. God bless you guys. Till next time.